Welcome to Podio Academy. This is Podio 101, Organization Settings and Management. So in this video, we will walk through accessing your organization settings, managing your organization details like name and URL of how it's accessed, understanding your organization reporting and what it can tell you, how to manage user access and permissions, and how to customize your Podio environment with your company branding. As basic as that sounds, everyone loves having that brand recognition. So simple features, even just knowing how to do that is very important. And I'll also share tips and context along the way so you can understand not just what the features do, but think a little bit more about why they matter. So let's cancel out of the slide here, and I am logged in over here on my Podio account. So to get to your organization settings, we're going to look at the left-hand navigation bar. I have my organization here, Raise the Bar Industries, and I can go ahead and click on the three dots, the ellipses, whatever you want to call that, and go into settings. So this will open the admin panel for the organization. These are the main settings for the organization. This is where you'll manage everything related to the general settings that we're looking at here, reporting, users. If you're on a paid plan, there's other features, billing, security, other things that we can look at. So this is, your control center for everything at the organization level and only available to organization admins really on upgraded plans, but free users do, or free Podio accounts do have the ability to still manage with some limited settings. So looking at the settings tab, we can do things like update the organization name. So I have Raise the Bar Industries, but I do notice in my URL that I have globitest-evan. So if I wanted to update that, I could also change the URL, but I am met with a warning here that it will break existing links. So I'm keeping in mind here, this really isn't that big of a deal. But something to take note of. Sometimes people look at URLs in a little more serious manner. So you do have the ability to update URLs tied to organization, and even at the app level, you can do these types of things as well. So we will be sure to keep information bars that pop up to let you know, obviously as a second warning. Make sure you're aware of what's happening here. So it's still important to keep a clean, consistent URL. Helps with branding, ensures though you want to make sure as you're making that change that any shared links, any URLs that have been sent in the past of having access to a resource across internal teams, that they're aware that that would be updated as well. For the most part, at an organization level, you're not really worried about that. So actually, this change really shouldn't matter too much, but again, all things to consider. As well, I can save if I did make any updates or changes here. I can also choose a logo. So if I want to update the logo for my account, I can see that I already have one for my organization, but I can drag and drop files, choose a logo, whatever you want that to look like. But we do also have Help Center articles as well. So going to the docs.sharefile.com, Podio being under that umbrella, we do have the Podio umbrella here, so I am looking at organization settings. So this does also provide you with some guidance and insight around it as well that you can see. So going back to it, the next thing we want to look at are reporting features. And I guess I should note that there is an option, if you are trying to clean up your account. As we can see, I'm a part of this organization that I've created and have licenses for, but I've also a guest in other organizations or have items that have been shared with me. So if I have something that I want to leave, I can also leave an organization as well. Back to what I was mentioning, next up is the reporting tab. So this is simple but pretty powerful, I'd say. So you'll be able to see a little bit of a trend around how many users are active, how many workspaces and apps you've built, and how much data you're storing. So this is a great way at a high level to monitor the adoption. How is the product going for the paid licenses, the quantity of items, to be able to make some informed decisions around your account. You might discover as well, though, maybe there's some unused workspaces or apps or items or things that are growing stagnant. So to keep track of teams who have accounts and making sure we're understanding if there is big changes, what's happening there. So great information for reporting. User management. So now we can look at members that have access to the greater workspace. So this is where I can invite users and remove them and even sign admin roles. So here I can have organization admins. I can look at employees, clients, paid users, anyone who's a guest. So I do have an understanding of what type of user. For free accounts, you're limited to 5 users total. Paid plans, obviously that cap is removed and you have better access and control to these types of settings and to control the types of roles. So you want to keep an accurate user list, obviously for a security and licensing standpoint. So be sure that you're on top of who has access to your organization. And aside from that, you do also have the ability at owning the account to see all of the workspaces that have been created in your organization. So you can understand who the users are that are in these workspaces. I can navigate and jump to these areas as well. So it's good to understand more of a top level for me being a main administrator of the account. What's the full breadth and width of where everything is going right now? Is it a private workspace? Is it one that's open? And to have that ability. Keep in mind that the settings are really that general foundation for the account. So you want to keep it clean, keep it intentional. User reporting, great way to monitor engagement and growth, and you just want to manage your users carefully, maintain that you have a good grasp of the account, and don't overlook the small things. So thanks so much for watching. This has been a great session, and we will see you in the next training.